What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey, who's always been a good boy and has never played with guns.
Well,
But he
Ninja,
did shoot a man in Reno?
I do have an extensive history with firearms, Ninja, but enough about me and more on to Bowden Francis, star pitcher. Actually, I don't know if he's a star, but pitcher from the Blue Jays, who was a star yesterday, Ninja, because he took a no-hitter into the ninth inning, had a dozen strikeouts, and unfortunately, he did not finish off the no-hitter. But Ninja, he pitched an absolute gem. Let's hear about it.
Do you know who the reigning AL pitcher of the week is, Will?
Is it Francis?
It is Bowden Francis. The man is on fire. This man is on fire. He has been on a freaking heater. He had 12 Ks in 8 innings, took a no-hitter into the ninth inning, and then gave it up in spectacular fashion with a home run. That's the only way to give up a no-hitter. You don't want a cheapie. You want a home run. The Blue Jays have a long line of blowing no-hitters in the ninth inning. Go ask Dave Stieb, who is the king of this. And also one of the nastiest pitchers of all time.
How many did Steve have, Ninja?
1 million. He did it at every game. I believe he lost no-hitters 3 times with 2 outs in the ninth inning. Now, that would give me some kind of complex. Anyway, he was dominating with his fastballs and splitters, even threw in a curveball. He had 10 whiffs on his fastball, and it's not like his fastball's overpowering. He averages just 92.7 miles an hour, at least yesterday. And he's been throwing nearly all fastballs and splitters. This has been a big change and part of the resurgence that you've seen in Bowden Francis. He's kind of ditched his curveball. You see in this chart here, that curveball has fallen off because people are hitting it. And you know what you do when people are hitting your pitches? You stop throwing the damn pitch. Pretty smart move, I'd say, because he's on fire now, as I sang earlier. The other thing is the Blue Jays throw a ton of splitters. I mean, we all know about Kevin Gausman, but here are all of their splitter grips in one graphic. And I love splitters because you can grip them in so many different ways. Gausman's is unique, but really everyone is just like its own precious snowflake.
I think just rolling with it and believing in my shit and letting it eat.
Bowden Francis faced Carson Fulmer, who had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, had these changeups and sliders. Now the rest of my whip around the league. Bradley Blaylock had 5 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs as the Rockies rocked the Yankees 9-2. And these curveballs and splitters. He faced Will Warren, who had 6 Ks in 3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs. He had this backdoor 2-seamer that put Brendan Rodgers on the eternal IL. There you go, Ripper. Take another soul. And also this sweeper. Framber Valdez had 8 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs. But the Orioles slipped by the Astros 3-2. He had this painted fastball, these changeups and curveballs, kind of filthy still. Framber's on a little bit of a roll. He faced Albert Suarez, who had 3 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, had this fastball for a sword, this changeup and curveball. Colin Ray had 5 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 4 runs as the Brewers hopped over the A's 9-5. Colin Ray had this elevated fastball for a sword and this sweeper. He faced Joe Boyle, who had 8 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, and this upper 90s fastball and these sliders. Zac Gallen threw 6 scoreless innings with 9 Ks.
Nice.
Giving up 2 hits as the Red Sox were snake bit again, 4-1 by the D-backs. He had these knuckle curves that were absolutely raining down all game, picked up a sword, as well as these nasty changeups. He faced Cutter Crawford, who had 3 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these cutters. Shota Imanaga had 3 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs, as the Cubs mauled the Marlins 14-2. He had this paintish fastball and these splitters. He faced Valente Piazza, who had 1 K in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs, but did get a sword on this changeup. Blake Snell had an ultra Blake Snell outing with 5 Ks in 3 innings, giving up no hits, but 2 runs because he had 6 walks. That's what Blake Snell does. As the Giants tiptoed past the Mariners 4-3. Had these fastballs and these vicious curveballs, picked up a sword, and also had this back foot curveball. But again, walked 6 hitters. He faced Commander George Kirby, who had 3 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs. He gave up 9 hits. Ed Will Did George Kirby give up a walk yesterday?
No.
He did one. He had these fastballs and sliders.
Were you sitting there shaking no to me so I got it wrong?
I know. The Reds buried the Pirates 10-2. Julian Aguilar had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this painted changeup. I feel like he forgot the L in his name. It should be Aguilar, but he goes by Aguilar because they just left out the L.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were butchering it or what was going on there.
No, it's Aguilar. He faced Jake Woodford, the reserve, who we're going to skip because he wasn't very good yesterday. Tarek Skubal had 8 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. He had these overpowering fastballs and changeups. Really not an amazing outing from Tarek Skubal, but he's already won the Cy Young Award, according to us, so it really doesn't matter what he does from here on out. Just doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's still at minus 1,900 to win the AL Cy Young Award, Ninja. So I think, according to us and according to the bettors.
And the whole world. The Tigers beat the White Sox 13-4. He faced Kai Bush, the Lubinator, who got turbo yesterday, picking up only 1 K in 3 innings, giving up 5 runs. The Phillies galloped past the Royals 11-2. Ranger Suarez had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. Ranger had these 2-seamers and a curveball. He faced Brady Singer, who had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs on 11 hits. He had these Brady sinkers, including this front door 2-seamer, as well as these nasty sliders. The Twins blanked the Cardinals yesterday, 6-0. Pablo Lopez had his velo up about 1.5 miles an hour yesterday, and that made all the difference because he had 9 Ks and 7 scoreless innings, giving up only 4 hits. He had this 97.9 mile an hour fastball, which tied the fastest for his career. Had these changeups and also picked up a sword on his sweeper. He faced his friend, Sonny Gray, who had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 5 runs, and had these sweepers.
It's good to see 2023 Pablo Lopez returning. The mad scientist himself. He's been off his game this year, Ninja.
Big fan of Pablo Lopez. One of the greatest interviews ever. Smart dude. And it is good to see him pitching well. It seems like, for whatever reason, I think it was going up against Sonny Gray, his former teammate, that really brought the best out of him. He loved competing with him, and they both talked about it after the game, saying it was fun. They're friends. You know what? Try to beat the hell out of your friend. Ben Lively had 4 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs as the Guardians beat the Rangers 13-5. He had this curveball. He faced John Gray, who wasn't very good yesterday, so we'll skip him. The Braves slid past the Nats 4-2. Charlie F. and Morton had 6 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had these 3,000 RPM curveballs, just absolute wipeout stuff. And then Cade Gallo again yesterday, making it the 17th time in now 22 at-bats that he struck out Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo's never gotten a hit off him. He definitely needs to call him Uncle Charlie, right?
He's not even a left-handed pitcher. Like, what?
I have no idea. It's just like, at this point, Gallo's like, my life every time he gets up there against him.
As he should be.
He faced Jake Irvin, who had 3 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this fastball. The Mets manhandled the Padres 7-1. David Peterson had 2 Ks in 7 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run, had these fastballs. He faced Michael King, who had 7 Ks in 5 innings, giving up only 1 earned run, but he did give up 5 runs. But those other 4 don't count. At least not to him, they don't. He had these 2-seamers and sweepers, and one of my favorite things is doing overlays of Michael King's stuff because of how much horizontal movement he gets. And here's an overlay of his 2-seamer and sweeper, just for fun. Taj Bradley had 5 Ks in 6 innings, gave up 5 earned runs, but the Rays stung the Dodgers 9-8. He had this painted 100-mile-an-hour fastball and this 98-mile-an-hour heater. His stuff actually looked a lot better than it had been, but still got hit a little bit. He also had this nasty splitter and curveball. But he did give up this home run to Shohei Ohtani that somehow Shohei hit out. I don't understand it. This was a great splitter, 92-mile-an-hour splitter that Shohei like one hands out of the ballpark. What the hell is this?
I want to see what kind of number Shohei is putting up in the weight room. Is he just squatting 600 pounds? Like, what the hell is this?
I don't know, but me visualizing you visualizing Shohei squatting.
I go in for the rear support. Just
pretty
hey,
much.
you need a spot, bro?
You need any help?
No, man.
Hey, your hands aren't supposed to go there. I think he even amazed himself on this. He certainly amazed me, and I think the rest of the internet. And no, this is not glazing Shohei. You're allowed to respect somebody's athletic ability without considered glazing him, right, Will?
Well, there's also a certain amount of glazing allowed on Shohei at just any given moment. So
He faced Clayton Kershaw, who had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 5 runs. The 5 runs left some question marks about Clayton Kershaw's place in the rotation. Actually, not. Just question marks on his jersey, apparently. Like, what is up with this?
was he the Riddler?
Yes. He had these sliders, but then the pitch of the game for him were these back-to-back Cooperstown curveballs that he nearly broke Morel's ankles on this first one. And then what does he do? The very next pitch, throws another curveball. That is evil, Clayton. It's a bad man. Now into my filthiest relievers. Vidal Brujan had this very nice 69-mile-an-hour curveball. Yunier Cano had this sinker and slider for a sword. Camilo Doval had this 99-mile-an-hour heater and 87-mile-an-hour slider. Jose Ferrer had this painted 99-mile-an-hour heater. Griffin Jacks picked up a K with 3 sweepers. Ryan Walker had this wicked 2-seamer and sweeper. And Deadnell Nunez had these wicked sliders. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, we have Zac Gallen and his knuckle curve show. At number 4, Jhoan Duran for these wicked curveballs. I mean, that is pure filth. And number 3, Pablo Lopez and all his stuff. Great outing from Pablo yesterday. At number 2, Clayton Kershaw for that curveball against Morel. I mean, that looks painful. Little Allen Iverson crossover action. And at number 1, we have Bowden Francis for his outstanding outing yesterday. A big Pitching Ninja Show round of applause for Bowden Francis. And now, my Pitching Ninja moment of zen. I swear I thought Shohei was glued to the bench here, but apparently he's just getting mud out of his boots. My picks of the day today, I'm going to take Reynaldo Lopez for 5 Ks or more, then take Yusei Kikuchi for 6 Ks or more, and top it off with Robbie Ray for 7 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?